Hey everyone, MTGO recording a little Legacy one-on-one action. Playing my Genesis Wave big green mana base deck. Fun to rip through, and I'm greedy, but I'm not going to keep a no-lander. I'm not going to keep a no-lander twice. Okay, one lander? Not great, obviously. But after getting blanked on lands on my 7 and my 6, which is a surprise, now I'm getting probed, so my opponent's going to have good information that I am needing some help from the top of my deck. So it looks like I'm probably going to throw out... I don't really need to worry about the candelabra at this point. Let's probably throw out the Heath. Crack it for a Dryad Arbor so at least I can get a critter on board. Creature count, obviously very important with this deck. It's going to change everything. I'm going to go through for the high. Scratch that plan. Used to think this was the best one drop for green, and now I think it's this dude. Deathrite, played in a lot of decks. Goyf comes out, okay. Hopefully I do not get... oh, it's green, that's good. Another Deathrite, sure. I do have... interesting to note, I do have access to a lot of different things with this crop rotation. Let's see what we got. Okay, that's handy. I'm going to drop the candelabra. So now I got two creatures and a candelabra. If I can get another Dryad Arbor, I can crop rotate. Obviously I have to be careful with the wasteland. That's a pain in the butt. He might just go after my Dryad Arbor with the wasteland, we'll see. Yep, he does, sure. Abrupt Decay. I'd be okay with all the 1-for-1s if I hadn't mulled down to 5. That would have been the bummer. Oh, fail. I forgot to rotate the arbor. Well, that sucks. Wow. That was a pretty bad fail. That might have cost me the game because I might have been able to crack. Oh, that sucks. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 2. Okay. Harmless attack here, but still menace. That's. I've been playing this deck a long time. That's just kind of distracted. Opponent can tripping. Only things not in the yard are an enchantment, tribal, and a planeswalker. That's a big goif with 5 things in the yard. I'll take the hit. So I'm pretty much gonna have to go for it on the end step here. Get an arbor. Please don't daze me. or spell pierce me. Looks like this might be a spell pierce. Yeah, so pretty much game over at this point. Almost, I should say. So I can pick up a forest. And this is good. It doesn't have 2 black sources. So that Pierce at least bought me a turn. I am not going to bother attacking since I do need to be able to block Tarmogoyf. So if I take, obviously I have to do 1 chump here, go down to 5, go down to 4. He should have attacked with the death rate. I think if he attacked with the death rate, I would have had to have blocked it, because now I can go down to 1. And if I pull a cradle, I still can wait for like 1. So yeah, I'm pretty dead anyway, but you're saying there's a chance. No, there is no chance. So we'll stop the bleeding here, and hopefully we can keep a better 7. This deck usually doesn't have to mulligan well. Or doesn't have to mulligan, let alone mulligan well. See what we get. So, what do I want? I do want Xantid Swarm in. I do want Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze is great for life and getting rid of Deathrite Shaman and Tarmogoyf fodder. I think Caracas is relatively useless in place of the second library, which will be really helpful. And I do like having access to a bog, which is fun just to be able to mess with a dude. And I'll drop 1 candelabra. Norn would be fun too. Is this the kind of deck that I do Norn? I'll go with plan A. Resolve a wave. And we're back for round 2. Yeah, I would like to play first. Ugh. If I get that killed, I am so dead. I'm so behind anyway, right? Because I can't. Boy, this is such a tempting keep. But if that gets killed, I can't do it. Okay, this is a good hand. This I can work with. So I've got turn 2 action, even if I get Thoughtseized. Going basic here to get the candelabra and be wasteland proof. Only giving Deathrite fodder, but it's nature of the beast. Like the guest appearance by the Dryad Arbor there. Come on. Okay. Get the Magus down. That's my 1/2 1-drop. Not quite as powerful as Deathrite, but in this deck, being able to untap lots of lands makes a difference. Delver, sure. I like that. Now, I could have crop rotated here. Actually, let's think about that. If I crop rotate this for a Dryad Arbor, this taps for 2. I can tap on tap, keep 1 up. No, I don't think I need to do that. Took a risk of getting submerged there. Get my free point in. Blind flip on Delver. Pretty decent odds. Missed it. Okay, I'll take that. It gives me a little breathing room. Wasteland. He didn't know about that one, which is good. He's going to know about it shortly because I have a feeling I'm going to get Duress or Inquisition. Oh no. Death Red, okay. If you attack, I will gladly take that trade. Yeah. I'm going to go for it here. Let's get the temple. It's too bad I don't have a Genesis Wave because I could generate a fair amount of mana here. Just could have gotten 2 untaps, 2 untaps, so even with 3 critters I could have gotten a decent amount of mana. Force of Will, look at this. What do you pitch? Pitching a Delver, okay. Okay. We can auto yield to this. Him. Of course he has a second Wasteland. If I have a second Cradle, he can have a second Wasteland, right? So now if I get hemmed, goes my only green source. Should be a bummer. That's very good. I will definitely pay 2 life. And getting my Nesty out there is good news. I can get 2 points through, lose a critter in the process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I gotta race him a little bit. Get my 2 points in. Still have, I mean, 4 is kind of the magic number of creatures, so as long as I have 4 critters, one of them being a Magus, I'm in really good shape. I just, unfortunately, because he double wastelanded, I do need a Cradle and a Genesis Wave. So he's, oh, he had a third one. So this guy had a full house of Delvers over Wastelands. Yep. Now I can generate lots of mana if I can hold on to a Cradle. And I'm just gonna swing with the Nesty here. So say I'd somewhat hope he double block there, just so I can take down the shaman. We'll go to 11. I'll go to 7, 4, 2. So I'm on a 2-turn clock. So I think I'm drawing dead because if I had a cradle left, I definitely could have, assuming he doesn't have another force, could have drawn into the wave and done it for a few billion. I think getting that Garrick forced really took its toll. No, I know one of the cards is a hymn and a delta, so I'm forced a will proof. So spell pierce stays. Yeah, I could have ripped a pretty good hymn off. Well, that's somewhat handy. Stops Delver for a turn, but of course he drains me once. Drains me. Oh, he doesn't have a second. Look at that. There's only one instant or sorcery in the yard. How about that? If that flips, I'm dead anyway, so I might as well swing with Nasty. Can't hurt. How about that? Deathrite ran out of fuel. Of course, he can hymn. So he's going to eat the Cataxian Probe and then hymn and eat the hymn. That'll be all she wrote. Oh, there we go. Well, I did have Cabal Therapy in there. Just a great card with Probe, right? You can realistically generate black and Probe and have something to sacrifice to strip someone's hand. Can't go too wrong.